In terms of a lot of the particulars, I think they were dead on. I love the portrayal of Lincoln. That portrayal is how I imagined Lincoln. Smart, analytical, funny, telling great anecdotes, a politician's politician in many respects. The other characters I thought were really well done, and as an historian, they rang true for me. I think my biggest problem with the film was that in focusing on this relatively narrow period of the passage of the 13th Amendment, that it missed the larger context of how emancipation happened. And, abolitionists had raised the issue of slavery, as early as the 1830s, and had faced the consequences of doing so. They faced violence, they were outsiders, it was viewed as something really radical. And only very gradually from the 1830s to the Civil War did the cause of abolition and anti-slavery become politically respectable. And that's when politicians like Lincoln stepped in. And I think the film does a great job with a lot of the specifics of the 13th Amendment, but I don't think it does as good of a job in developing kind of the larger context of what was happening during that month. It was a culmination of the struggle that it focused, but without some indication of longer context, you almost miss the real drama that was involved. In some ways, the film dramatizes this 1 month of political history. Slavery was essentially dead. The 13th Amendment certainly put the nail in the coffin, but it's somewhat misleading to make this kind of a truly kind of dramatic moment when one way or the other, a version of the 13th Amendment would have certainly passed. Important for a lot of reasons, I think. They get us debating and talking about history. Historians, don't think of history as a single account of the past, but as a series of debates and conversations about the meaning of the past, about the significance of the past. And the great thing about a film like Lincoln is it's essentially making an argument about history that different people are engaging with. And the more people engage with history on that level, I think the better off we are. We're more thoughtful, not only about the past, but also the present. And to the extent that the film is about our own period as well as history, it develops the context of our own politics. And it indicates in some ways what we really want as a society, what we romanticize about the past, a past of compromise, a past where great things could be done. And so I think the film is kind of useful in terms of indicating to us where we're at now and what we value and what we miss out of our politics and our society.